Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming. In this video we're going to go over a few purchases that I had. We're going to go over some updates, I guess. I'm going to show you, and we're probably going to open up something as well. I can kind of see what happened on one of those purchases. But what I want to talk to you guys about is a Q&A. I think a lot of you watch SM Pratt, and you know that he does this monthly thing where he takes questions from people and he just answers them in another video. So if you guys have a question for me, post it down there in the comments of this video, and then we'll say a month from now or so, roundabout, I'll just print out, all the comments, and then I will go through those questions and answer them in a video for y'all. I don't think I've really done this before. I've mentioned it a few times, but it's never really gotten enough interest. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. It can be about whatever. If it's too related to collecting and investing, I may direct you to Patreon. But if you have questions about, I don't know, what kind of vehicle I drive, or what I think is a good investment or something like that, I mean, you're welcome to ask whatever you want, and I will answer the best I can. And as long as there's enough questions, like I said, I've mentioned this before and I really haven't got enough interest for it. But if there is, go ahead, post your comment or post your questions below in the description, and I will answer them here in a month or so. Now, for those of you who are wondering, I only bring this up because I get so many questions anytime I show something from PSA. I do grade PSA cards for anyone. You don't have to be a patron for that. There is a discount level if you do a lot of submissions through me. But other than that, all you have to do is you can send me an email, or you can check out automatically through my website, which is also down there in the description. I think the website is the first or second link in the description, and then my email is at the very bottom. There's a bunch of different little links in there. If you buy on eBay or shop or anything like that, if you hit my eBay link, it'll take you to my eBay store. You don't have to buy anything from me, but anytime you buy something on eBay, if you use my link, then it'll give me a little bit of a kickback. Those of you who sell on eBay, I've actually shown you how you can do that as well. But we'll go ahead, we'll get into the purchases. First, I'm going to go into this one. I bought a bunch of these Eevee number 11s, and you look at these, I mean, they look great. But this is literally one of the toughest cards in the game to grade and get in PSA 10. Now, if you look at it a little closer, you can see a print line right there, a little line right there. And there's probably more that you can't even see, off camera. The surface looks great. I mean, you would think that, this has got a decent shot. On the back side, usually there's like a few white dots somewhere. This one is actually a really good example of a great condition Eevee that you would find. Most of the time, these things are pretty tough. I've sent in several hundred, never once gotten a PSA 10. I think the pop is like 6 or 7. Now I've got a stack of them here. I got these from P Center, Pokemon Collectibles. You can see here's his business card. There's his Facebook and his IG. You guys could reach out to him. I think he does sell other sealed promos. I know he has some birds and he had some Ancient Mew. I bought 980 of these Eevee off of him. They came from an original 1,000 count brick. Only it was shy 20 is basically what he told me. And he did tell me that they all probably still have that light bit of damage inside, on the hollow or on the backside, because when the guy who originally had it, I think he said was in the UK, shipped it to him in Australia, he just put them in the box loose. And when that happens, I mean, even more rubbing and scratching is going to happen. These are all in cases. He was very kind and sleeved up each one of these cards individually for me before he shipped them. So I thought that was great. Those of you who've seen my Instagram, it may not look like almost 1,000 cards, but it is. This is what was spread out on top, and then there's a bunch of 100 count bundles that I haven't even looked at. I don't know if any of these will grade PSA 10. I would think that if I ever had a shot, I would have a shot in the ones that he sent me. I plan to send in 5 or 10 here and there. In fact, I sent out an offer to anyone who wanted to sell me one of these in PSA 10 for $1,000. This is a $2 card, $2 to $5 card on eBay. I think I sell mine for $5.99 now, just because my promos I've just kind of increased in value. I think they're long overdue for it, but you can still find them for $2 or so. And so, I mean, that would be a massive increase if you did find a Gem Mint 10 one. But I think even at 1,000, I'm way below market. I saw that one had sold for around $1,000 on eBay. It was like 1,100 bucks. So I thought that would be a good offer price. Someone actually has one. They offered it to me for $3,000. And then I think I saw one come up on eBay for $4,000. Yeah, I don't think it's sold. I don't know if that's the same guy or not, but my $1,000 offer still stands, even though I just spent several thousand on buying literally almost 1,000 more of these Eevees after I've already spent several thousand on grading them and never once getting a PSA 10. So it's a very unique card in how much value could go up, because it's not super hard to get. It's not like the Typhlosion, you know, first edition from Neo Genesis. I mean, this is a promo you can literally go on eBay and find under $5 all day long. Sometimes you can find quantities of 50 of these things together. And most of the time, that's where I got mine. I would buy them in bundles for around $2 or $1 or $2. I used to get them for like 25 cents. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. But got plenty of those. Next up, I bought a Ho-Oh first edition PSA 9. I was making a mystery box, and I stuck one of these in a mystery box. And I was like, you know what? I like that card, so I went ahead and I bought one off of eBay and just replaced it. The guy, I think, was looking for a Ho-Oh. Next up, I got this off of PWCC. It's a Charizard number 40. It was about 75 bucks or so. I probably could have got it a little cheaper if I, was more patient and just graded it myself. But I wanted to get that one knocked out. Technically, I guess I'm constructing a little bit of a Charizard master set, but I don't have it on PSA whatsoever. I've got 300-400 PSA extra Charizards that I've just set aside. One of these days, I'm going to get around to entering all my sets into PSA. Next up, we have Pokemon Revolution. And those of you who saw him, I directed you towards him in another video where he created a new channel. I think it's just PokeRev now. It's still Pokemon Revolution there, but I think his YouTube is PokeRev. And he's making really quality videos, a lot better than mine. You guys know I just turn mine on, and half the time I'll stop in the middle of it to go find some sleeves or something like that. But he's doing a really good job. I think that he's been a big name, in Pokemon for a while, but his platform, I think he said he started mainly on Instagram, but he's got a lot of really cool stuff. I bought a PSA card off of his eBay store. He's got really reasonable prices. You guys know a lot of times my stuff is on the higher end because half the time I don't want to sell it. I went and bought something off of him. It was for one of my personal sets. It's decently low pop. You got a Vileplume PSA 10 from Expedition. That'll go directly into my Expedition set. It's one of my favorite sets of all time. It's not extremely hard to get everything graded, but it is a tough set because it is big. And some of the holos are decently tough to get as well. I mean, the Charizard I'm still after myself. I've had them in the past, but I've let them go. And what was really cool, he threw in something free for me. He threw in this blister pack. Oh, there we go. We got a note. Thanks again, Rusty. Keep up the great work. PokeRev. And like I said, I think that is his new YouTube channel ID. So you guys go check him out. He's definitely doing a lot better job on his videos than I am. I just saw his latest video, which is probably 2 or 3 days old by the time this comes out, maybe even a little bit farther. It was about where he had got in touch with a WotC employee and picked up some pretty cool exclusive stuff. And he's still doing that giveaway, over $1,000 worth of product he's giving out to people who subscribe to him. And probably something, he did a video on how to enter, and I know he said that there was a few other qualifications I just can't remember off the top of my head, so I don't want to give you guys the wrong advice. But check it out, we've got a Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Unleashed blister pack, and we're definitely going to open it up because why not? It was free, he sent it to us, and I think you guys would enjoy it because I know a lot of you come to my channel for openings now. It's something that I never did at the first 3 or 4 years of my channel, probably first 5, pushing 6 years of my channel, but now it's almost become something regular that you guys want to see. Now there's 10 additional game cards, so I'm going to pull 3 off of the back. I'm not really sure. Hopefully I don't spoil it right off the bat. Alright, so we have Interviewer's Question. Uncommon. Pluzel, uncommon. Energy Returner, uncommon. Man, I really like this type of artwork and the border with the, it's just not one plain color. Heart Gold Soul Silver has some pretty good artworks in my opinion. Got Carnivine, Roselia, Stantler, Horsey, Plus Power on the reverse holo. Tough to get in great condition. And then we got us a Tyranitar rare. There we go. That's pretty cool. And what I remember about, I think it was Heart Gold Soul Silver Unleashed. It may have been Triumphant, but some of those cards had eras where there were letters printed over each other. I know there's an Crobat and I believe an Ambipom, something like that. But so if you guys look up, if you're a collector of errors, you could probably look those up. And they're relatively expensive, or they were. I don't know how if they are now. They were $20 or less back in the day. I think there were 4 different ones. Crobat was the most well-known one. But thanks again, PokeRev, for throwing in that free additional pack. You didn't have to do it. You were already the lowest priced on that Vileplume, and the price was very reasonable in my opinion. So thank you very much. Hope you guys liked and subscribed. If you have not, please do so, and I will try to get another video out again tomorrow around noontime.